What's up, everyone? It's your man LD Larry Dawson, and I'm here to tell you about my new series, My Legacy. It is a 10-part series. Each episode will be focusing on one particular topic. These topics are life-changing topics. You are not going to want to miss these discussions. Tune in each week for a new episode. Don't miss it. My Legacy. What's up? It's your man LD Larry Dawson, and we're back for another episode of My Legacy. This episode is called Letting Go of the Past. That sounds really simple, doesn't it? Just let go of the past. This is one of the hardest things that you will ever do in your life. So many people struggle with this. They let their past control their now and their future because they cannot let go of the past. But let me tell you something. You can never truly be happy and succeed until you decide to let go of the past. That's what it takes. So, how many of you guys know what a boat anchor is? Right? So when boats go out to sea or the lake or wherever they're at, and they want to anchor down, they don't want to drift off. Like say, for example, it's deep sea fishing. They're out there and they've been fishing all day and they're going to stay the night. They drop an anchor off the boat. That anchor goes down to the bottom of the water, it hits the ground and it locks in. That stops the boat from drifting off. All it can do is just move a little bit here in a circle, but it can't go anywhere because it's anchored down. That is your past. When you continue to hold on to the past and harp on the past and compare everything to the past and make excuses because of stuff that happened to you before, that's what you have done. You have decided to take the anchor off, throw it down, and lock yourself into one place and never allow yourself to move. Yeah, of course you can drift here a little bit, couple feet this way, couple feet that way around circles, but that's all you're going because you are anchored and locked down from your past. It is not until you decide, I've had enough of this. I will not let the past control my present or my future anymore. I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to let the past go. And you decide to pull up that anchor and put that anchor back on the boat so you can go forward. Life, forward, the future. See, people don't understand this. People will say, I let go of that, or I moved on from this, or I forgot about that, or I don't care about that anymore. But how many times is that really true? How many times have you really let go of that? How many people do you know that make excuses in their relationships, that make excuses in their professional life, that make excuses why they can't go to the gym, why they can't do this, why they can't do that? Because of stuff that happened to them before. I hurt my knee 5 years ago, so I can't work out. You hurt your knee 5 years ago, so you can't work out. There's people that tear their knee and 5 months later they're on the field playing a game at the highest level. You've used that as an excuse and you've put a block up and you've anchored yourself down. How many people say that they can't be a good father because their father wasn't that good? Their father didn't show them the love that they feel like they should have gotten. Their father wasn't there for their baseball games or softball games. Their father wasn't there on birthdays or Christmases. Their father didn't spend extra time with them. They had a crappy father was there. So now their excuse is, well, I don't know what it's like. I didn't have a father. But you know what it's like to not. So instead of holding on to the past and repeating that behavior, let go of the past and create a future. You have the knowledge that you can do better. You can do anything, but you have to take accountability for the present and the future and pull that anchor up from the past. It doesn't matter that you didn't have a good father. That doesn't mean that you can't be a good father. The only thing that is prohibiting you from being a good father is because you won't let go of the past, but you have the opportunity to change all of that in the present now and the future going forward. How many times have y'all heard about the person that at their work doesn't do the extra report or doesn't put in the work or doesn't do this because in the past their supervisor did this, or in the past they didn't get credit for that, or in the past they had to work this holiday or whatever? They won't let go of that past. So they continue to make mistakes in the present because they won't let go of the past. Because you had problems with your past supervisor, well, guess what? You have a new supervisor now. But if your mentality is stuck in the past and you say, well, when I used to turn those extra reports in, I didn't get any credit. See, you're sabotaging your now and your future because you have a new supervisor. You've tied your past and your past supervisor to your new supervisor. Your new supervisor, he might give you a bonus for turning in those extra reports, but you won't let go of the past to let that happen. Man, it's so many different aspects in our life. We just refuse to move on and let go of the past, and we let the past haunt us. Things that happened to us as a kid, bad stuff. Those of you that know my story, know my journey and the things that I went through, know that, you know, my father wasn't around. Know that I came from a very rough upbringing, and I didn't have a lot of stuff. You know, at certain times I was passed through a bunch of homes. I was beaten and molested, and a lot of crazy things happened to me. And throughout my years of coaching people, fitness coaching, life coaching, leadership coaching, mentoring, so many times I'm talking to people and I'm trying to help them get to the root of their problem and help them become the best versions of themselves. And the main problem that I always encounter is the excuses that come from people's past. And sometimes stuff happens to us. Life is tough. Life is hard, man. As a kid, no one asked to be molested. No one asked to be abused or not to have their father there or anything like that. But life is tough, and life does come at you like that. And a lot of times I'll meet people, they might be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. They are still struggling to come to grips and terms with things that happened to them as a kid. And they have basically messed up their entire lives because they never came to peace with those things and let go of the past. Listen, no matter what happened to you as a young person, as a kid, teens, 20s, that is the past. You have to let go of it. You have to come to peace with it. Once you come to peace with it, it will allow you to go forward and let go of that. I'm going to give you another quick analogy. If I were to say, hey, I'm going to run to the store really quickly, I'll be back. I cannot go outside and get in my car and drive to the store in reverse looking through the rear view mirror. That's not what the rear view mirror is for. When I leave here to go to the store, I need to look out the windshield presently and going forward, the future, through the windshield. The only time that you should look through that rear view mirror is just if you're going to switch lanes or see how close someone's behind you. That's how your past should be. You should just look at it as a reference guide every once in a while. My dad was a bad dad. I don't want to be a bad dad. I was hurt and abused. I don't want to hurt and abuse. When I did this last time, it didn't work out for me. I'm not going to do that this time. That's all it is. Just like a rear view mirror. It's just a reference guide. The windshield, your present, your future. That's how you get to the destination. You do not get there by looking at the rear view mirror. So over the years of doing counseling and mentoring and coaching, that has been one of the main problems that I've ran across over and over and over. So I wanted to make this video and put it out there for everyone to see. If you are struggling with letting go of your past, guys, you have to come to terms and come to grips with things. You have to admit the problem. You have to acknowledge the problem. You have to say, I will not let this control my life or my thought process anymore. You have to put it to bed. You have to pull that anchor up so you can drive that boat off, so you can move forward with your life, so you can further your career, so you can be a better husband, a better wife, a better friend, a better coworker, a better person. Letting go of the past sounds so easy, but it's one of the most difficult things that people find themselves having to do. Don't hold on to the past. Don't let your past define who you are now or who you will be in the future. Take your life into your own hands. Take control now during the present. Plan for the future and have yourself a great future by letting go of the past once and for all. That is how you find happiness and success. Letting go of the past. Guys, thank you again for watching My Legacy. This has been another episode. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'm out.